Yes, my people, welcome back once again to the Reggae Boyz Weekly. People, yesterday, due to not a certain situation, as if like there was any issue or anything like that, we just couldn't get to do the show on Friday as we normally would do. But we are here again on this wonderful Saturday, about to deliver some big topics, talk about some pressing issues, whatever the case is. And we're also going to do a show tomorrow again. But Dicanio, what go on?
There, bro. If we do the show yesterday, but the whole three of the panel wasn't available, so already now active.
Mm-hmm. And we also have Dylan who's going to join, so we're just waiting on him. But I just feel good, It's a good weekend. Outside, the weather feel nice, not too hot or humid or whatever the case is. It's hot, but not too like humid or them thing there. You see me? Some kind
That's how you would still, bro.
Well,
Place
true.
hot. Place hot at Jamaica, that.
Genuine. But listen, some big things we have to talk about today, no brother. You see me? I say some real pressing issues or some gunning issues we have to talk about. I have to try to find a word for the Gunners channel. So some gunning issues or something like that we have to talk about surrounding the former Reggae Boyz coach Heimer Hallgrimsson, and he had some comments surrounding Mason Greenwood, the Reggae Boyz prospect. We are also going to discuss Oral Tracey and him calling Coach Heimer Hallgrimsson, our former Reggae Boyz coach, I should say. He called him a punk. And the last time someone referred to Hallgrímsson as a punk, it was Dicanio on the Gunners YouTube channel, and he faced heavy backlash from the public in regards to calling the coach a punk. And Oral Tracey, someone as prominent as him, is facing little to no backlash surrounding his comments about the former Reggae Boyz coach. But before we get into those topics, let me just give you guys the intro.
It's time to rise up. Seven, take your place. Rise up, shine like the sun. Rise up. Your journey has just begun. Rise up.
Yes, people. Yeah. And people, once again, if you're just joining the stream, please go ahead and hit that like button. Also, share the video. Subscribe if you are new, and don't be afraid to leave your thoughts below in the comment section. And people, before we get into the live show today and the topics we have to discuss, just a quick advertisement now. Well, I probably should have wait on more people. Wait on more people, or should I run it now? I'm going to start off with the Ethan Pinnock thing first, and then we can get into the advertisement, right? Mm-hmm. So the Reggae Boyz defender, as well as the Brentford defender Ethan Pinnock, did a wonderful thing recently for the St. Mary Technical High School. And let me just pull it up on screen for you guys, right? So what Ethan Pinnock did. So here it is on Instagram, St. Mary Technical High School. They posted it on their Instagram page on Wednesday, June 26, 2024, which would have been last month, actually. Well, it was 2 weeks ago. So I think we're just kind of seeing this right now, at least for me. Maybe for some of you guys, you'd have seen this before. So on Wednesday, June 26, 2024, the St. Mary Technical High School was graced with Mr. Carl Pinnock, the father of Jamaica's national and Brentford FC player Ethan Pinnock. We received a donation of over 10 pairs of football boots, Brentford jerseys in sets of black and also red, additional several pairs of football training socks. The St. Mary Technical High School staff, management team, and players are 100% grateful for this donation and intend to put them to good use. I don't think intent is the right word. Is it the right word? Intent to put them to good use?
No.
But it's intent, yeah. So they said thank you to the father, Mr. Carl Pinnock, as well as to Mr. Ethan Pinnock, the Reggae Boyz defender, as well as the Brentford defender, and the Two Touch agency, which I guess Ethan Pinnock is probably under that agency. And they also thanked the Brentford football players and staff as well. And they went on to state that we appreciate you all. So Ethan Pinnock also commented under the post, as well as, a few other people. And I think it's a good thing by Ethan Pinnock donating to the school. I'm guessing maybe his father went to that school. I'm not sure. Some family member of his, you know what I'm saying? Also, maybe his father is from St. Mary as well. So that could be the case. And, Dicanio, I know that you are someone who admires Ethan Pinnock and, the type of football player that he is. So what do you have to say about this?
Yeah, bro, it's a good look. You see me? How people see that what he was doing. And even before we heard about that news was from when June 27th. So we never did see it until it came to light the other day. And we literally did say to you, we need these British players to start getting at the communities, just like how we did see Kaim Dixon, Richard King, and other local players are getting at the communities. We need that connection to the British players. And this is a very good step from one of those British-based players in the right direction, because it will really help them to connect to the country more, to get that feeling, get that passion, and to just be closer to the country. Yes, you live abroad. Yes, you maybe grew up abroad. But you still, in order to represent a country, you have to feel passionate about a country. You have to see what is going on, and you have to feel and try to become a part of that. So, yeah, bro, it's a very good initiative. Pinnock, our boy, same way. Quality defender. If you look at him stats alone, he's one of the best in the Premier League. So Jamaica is there. We have a very good, experienced and quality centre back on our hands. As relates to the team now, everybody knows Emir is not ready still, from any level of football you want to look on it. Emir is not ready, but that means that because you're not ready, you're not supposed to, you can't get a donation. You see me? But yeah, man, big up to Ethan Pinnock. Continue to put in the work. Big up to him family. Big up to Brentford. But John, no, Mir is. Them say them all put it to good use, but when they think them all put it to good use, bro. I probably say that. Mir is the ready dog. No jokes.
What you say? Come like you want I didn't get the donation. How go on?
I didn't full of beer rich people.
People, the town man, them no like see the country school strive now. You know, when the morning cup team them ready to go pick up the ball, them away down a country them gone. Manchester, St. Mary. You see me I say?
So we have to say about the country player them. Country school them pick up where you think Dixie come from? You think a Clarendon Dixie come from?
No, that's
really,
the exception.
Bad money country people them the same thing.
That's an exception. That's an exception.
No, brother, believe me when I tell you, man. Both sides do it.
Yo, Manning Cup go down a country and pick up the most ball. They really ball them down a country, brother.
Brother,
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Yo, are they never win Manning Cup or no trophy?
1991, we have one Manning Cup to name. That me I try to tell you. No side can't say that. Nandes, there? Ask Nandes which part catching Manning Cup there.
Jajo. Yo.
Ask Nandes which part catching Manning Cup there, brother. FA Cup version them have, you know.
Smurf,
right name, where them win what year? Or a few years ago. Right name? And even Champions Cup. Where tier name below Champions Cup, dog? Walker Cup, man they win, brother. Them man have a Manning Cup to them name, brother. Or they have big side for catching them.
But Smurf, big up yourself, you hear me I say?
Big up, Smurf, big up.
Yeah. So as me say, people, enough things to talk about today. We'll just have build up into the topics. You get me I say? We done cover the Ethan Pinnock topic already, right? And one of the next thing we want to get into is this Oral Tracey thing. You get me I say? Because Dicanio, you did a video recently in which you spoke about the Reggae Boyz coach, our former Reggae Boyz coach, Coach Heimer Hallgrimsson, and you referred to the guy as a punk. And in your comment section, not many people took well to you calling him that. And Oral Tracey did a video recently in which he referred to Coach Heimer Hallgrimsson as a punk, and you are you yourself, you're very vocal and someone who's very opinionated surrounding these topics pertaining to football. So what do you have to say about that before we play the clip?
Yeah, I agree with him 100%. So whenever you tell me from day one, but it take one well-known journalist to come out and say it, who can accept the fact, say the guy is a punk and he's a coward. But when we say it from the very, very get-go, everybody have had in the comment section, they must say, oh, if you disrespect the coach, or if you call the man coward, or if you call the man punk. So tell me, I have to tell them, brother, go and Google what a punk is. His actions were that of a punk and a coward. So there's nothing wrong with using the word. So big up yourself, Oral Tracey, brother. I'm going to have no ratings for Grimmy at all. So I should have some worse words me use. That me I try telling you, brother.
But why is
a punk?
But why is he a punk? Like, what did he really do? I mean, taking I don't understand you. I mean, him take a different job offer from.
No, it's not about the job offer. When me call him a punk, he never leave yet. Remember good, no? Him still did a play. Him still did a coach national team. You see me? So, yeah, bro, that's the reason why he was feeling style of play, in cowardness, or him did a play football, or him did a deal with situations. You see me? That is what I did refer to. He was referred to him as a punk. A punk, the meaning of a punk is a worthless person.
No, but if the meaning of a punk is a worthless person, how is Coach Heimer Hallgrimsson
Brother,
worthless?
the man's decision making was worthless, brother. Because if we as football fans could have seen it and done certain things, and now it is evident that the decisions that he was making were not decisions of someone who is committed. Allow me to tell, it is now evident that the decisions that he was making during the qualifiers, picking 9 local base players and leaving low Ayard, doing so many other things where we just did a thing, maybe him just a try to steer in a different direction. It is now come to light that him just did a do it because he never care. Him a go leave anyway. So all right, the Alex Marshall boss, make him go see Copa America. The man never go there for say yo him want do nothing big or him want for really do nothing. Because I know say him have him next side piece where him a go to. You see me? So brother, the man is a punk, the man is a coward, the man is mischievous, the man is unethical. Every word you want to use, you can use it on him. Make a do one black coach do that. And when you play the clip with when name Oral Tracey, I go see when Oral Tracey called the man wa just stream is a white man. Brother, make it was a black coach commander. The man who know that this in long time, brother. But because him white, you don't feel like so no need for frighten. No, brother, no go say that. You just talk it as it is. You talk it as it is, brother. And the man is a punk.
Dylan, let me just you just join us. Big up yourself. You get me? I say, what you have to say in regards to Oral Tracey calling? Well, before me even get to the Oral Tracey part, when Dicanio did that video, you know, you are different than Dicanio. You know, you're two separate entities in terms of how you guys think.
Right.
Like, share your thoughts surrounding him calling Coach Heimer Hallgrimsson a punk. And the fact of the matter is, the definition of a punk is someone who's worthless. Did you see Coach in that light?
He had worthless tendencies.
Yeah, Max Dylan to answer the question, not you.
Anyways, I don't bless up people, but I think for me, I have to side with Dicanio on this one. I think Dicanio is just more impassioned about how you would say it, but I'd probably just say it in a more politically correct way. But he is cowardly in his tactics, yes. I think you could see it made complete sense when he signed for Ireland. You know, although contract negotiations don't take long. It was said that they reached out 8 months ago. So he was thinking about it. He was thinking about what his next opportunities were. And you could see that in the tactics. He was there talking about his friends in the Copa America, which is not a very Jamaican thing. So he wasn't even trying to understand the people. We're never going to go to the Olympics and say, oh, me and Noah Lyles are friends. No, we don't do that. So I think in terms of Hallgrímsson, I think in some regards, yes, he was taking the mick out of us. And I think he didn't really respect us in the way that I think we deserve to be respected. And it just shows. He goes to Ireland, he gets his first interview. And every single interview that he did here, he was always so kind and so mediated and so nice. And the first interview he hit out on the JFF. Right? So, yeah, I mean, when you play the different clips, I think people will see it more. But I've definitely said with Dicanio here.
Is it really hitting out at the JFF, or is he just stating the facts surrounding him saying that Ireland is professional or they have some form of professionalism? I mean, you're stating the obvious. It's not really hitting out at the Jamaica Football Federation. He's simply stating the obvious in terms of the levels of the Ireland FA compared to the Jamaican Football Federation. So I don't think he's throwing shades at Jamaica or the
You have to
Federation.
think about it in a way that if he's so calculated in every single press conference or every single time he spoke to the media before, he's calculated in how he's speaking now. So if he's saying that to the media in his first interview, then imagine what he's saying behind closed doors. Imagine what is going on. And I think the more that the situation kind of, goes on, is the more you kind of see that there were things that weren't adding up. I won't say that the JFF probably were, I wouldn't swear for the JFF, but Hallgrímsson, the more I get to know about him, the more I hear him answer questions, is the less that I really respect him per se.
What you have to say about it before we play the clips, Persa? You know, sit down on the today, no, brother. What do you have to say about it? We have a first caller. We'll get you on soon, Noah. We'll just hear what Persa have to say.
I mean, listen, for me, I've seen coaches leave club and country on many occasions. You know what I'm saying? And, maybe in the way that Hallgrímsson left the job, it rubbed people the wrong way. But funny enough, for me, it's a bittersweet departure in terms of I wanted him to stay, right? I wanted him to stay. However, I was criticizing him for how negative he was in the recent Copa America. But him leave the job and the fans them still upset. Man, I say, yo, him probably shouldn't even get a next job right now. Like, some I say, what? There should be a grace period in terms of like when him not supposed to work compared to when him
No,
get
but
back a job.
Jamaicans don't want you to leave them. We want to leave you. So
Yeah,
I
so them
think,
upset, them never get that.
yeah. So if we heard that the JFF sack him, would I say yeah? But
Yeah.
not say him leave us and find a work and say, yo, Ireland is better than us, bro. No, sir, that can't work. That
Brother,
can't-
Ireland have a lower ranking as well. And that,
exactly. It's like them taking the piece. So yeah,
yeah,
no.
but you could get the caller still. Noah, why pre?
Before me even get the call on, right?
Yeah,
Let me-
echo farm. You have to mute one of the accounts.
I said before me get the call on, let me just like play the clip.
The man style Jamaica.
Yeah.
And we say fear and fearless
Okay.
analysis. The man this
Can you hear me,
Jamaica
guys?
because him a one big tall white man come from Iceland. And say my dentist and all of them something. Who don't feel him on the style way. The man style Jamaica. Wicked him style Jamaica too. This day him deal with Jamaica. She don't know. Ramp them around with my World Cup qualification, you know. All of them. From the JFF to the coach who come here. Yeah, you can say the JFF shouldn't hire him. Because him turned out to be a punk who was not committed to doing what he committed to do. The man style Jamaica. And we say fear and fearless analysis. The man this Jamaica because him a one big tall white man come from Iceland. And say my dentist and all of them something. Who don't feel him on the style way. The man style Jamaica. Wicked him style Jamaica too. This day him deal with Jamaica. She don't know. Ramp them around with my World Cup qualification, you know. All of them. From the JFF to the coach who come here.
Guys, I
Yeah, you
can hear
can
you.
say the JFF shouldn't hire him. Because him turned out to be a punk who was not committed to doing what he committed to do.
What is-
Yeah, so that is the video clip. No, what I have to say, and I'm gonna get Noah on before. Well, Noah, before me get you on, Oral Tracey said something that kind of rubbed me the wrong way in terms of bringing up the skin color of the man, like a big white man from Ireland, and feel like he can diss Jamaica. I don't really get that still. Like in this situation, I don't see color in this situation. Listen, him take a next job offer, him leave it bittersweet. He probably went about it in the wrong way, but saying this white man or whatever the case is, I think it's just foolishness. But Noah, big up yourself. What you have to say surrounding this?
Okay. Big up to you guys. Listen, thank you for having me.
Noah,
Listen.
where you calling from?
I'm coming from Ethiopia. From
Ethiopia. Oh, nice. Big up yourself. Big up
Big
Ethiopia.
up yourself.
yeah. Listen, I heard you guys talking about Mason Greenwood, right? But about his case, about his even also his past. Listen, in my opinion, guys, listen. Do you think he deserved to get a second chance?
Is that the what are your thoughts before we say?
What are your thoughts before we answer?
Listen, I know my thoughts about. I know Mason Greenwood has been through a lot, okay, in his past. I know with his girlfriend, and I know this happens to everyone, okay? We're human beings, but I know. But in my opinion, right now, sometimes we just have to move forward. And, for me, I think he's going to leave. He's going to leave Man United sooner or later because I know the Ineos, they came, everything's, the football structure has already been begun. So it is what it is. But the only thing, most shocking thing that in my entire life is that Pinnock just giving him a chance of, Sancho. I just don't know why after all what he has done to him last season, because I'm not going to accept it.
Okay. Oh, so the Sancho, was that about Sancho? The last remark?
Yes.
Oh,
Let me tell you, Noah, you have to stick around because we didn't get into the Mason Greenwood thing because the former coach of Jamaica, he said something about Mason Greenwood, right? I didn't get to play that clip as yet,
Okay.
but let me just indulge in this conversation with you, and then we can get into the Greenwood thing. You see, Mason Greenwood, Mason Greenwood, right? Well, let me not get into Mason Greenwood. Let me just touch on Jadon Sancho. I'm assuming that you're a United fan. You're a United
Yes.
fan, and I'm a United
Yeah.
fan as well. You see, Jadon Sancho now. Listen, to me,
Mm.
his stock is going down. When he went to Germany recently, in the first period, he was being heavily criticized by the German media in terms of his lackluster performances. In the latter stages of the season, he kind of picked up, especially in the Champions League. You could see that he had some wonderful performances in the Champions League. And
Yeah.
you know, the funny thing is, whenever people try to pit people against United, United tends to come out on top because he went to the
Mm.
final and everyone was making it seem like going to the Champions League final is this like accomplishment in itself. I mean, yes, you have the chance of winning the Champions League trophy, but you have to get over the line across 90 minutes or more, right? United
Yeah.
ended the season winning the Emirates FA Cup, which is something commendable, especially seeing the third season that United had last season. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Jadon Sancho not winning the Champions League, he doesn't have one up on United. He doesn't have any leverage over United. You know what I'm saying? Borussia Dortmund,
Yeah.
they're not willing to pay the money that United is demanding for a Jadon Sancho. Which other club out there is going to pick up a Jadon Sancho, especially on the wages that he is on at this
Mm.
moment in time? Barcelona is not going to do it. Real Madrid doesn't want a player like Jadon Sancho with his bad attitude, right? Arsenal would
Mm.
never look in the direction of a Jadon Sancho with his wages as well as his poor attitude as well. And I'm not going to say Arsenal wouldn't, because I believe
Leave.
Arteta, he loves to like change players
No man, not when it comes down to attitude.
yeah, at least with not Jadon Sancho, you know. But Mikel Arteta, he did that with Kai Havertz, but Kai Havertz didn't have that problem like a Jadon Sancho, right?
Yeah.
Liverpool, I don't know the direction that they're going into, but I don't think Liverpool would look into his direction. So you don't have many clubs out there. You have clubs that would take a Jadon Sancho, don't get me wrong, but not for
Mm.
the wages, and especially not for the wages. The money that United wants for him, I think is what, like around 40, 50. You have to be somewhere around that figure, I think that
Yeah.
could be a fair price for Jadon Sancho and the talent that he still possesses.
Mm.
But for the wages and all of the problems that comes with him, he was having problems from his time at Dortmund before he purchased him, reaching late to training, etc. And now he's back
What talent
again.
though?
No, come on. He
Yeah.
was one of the best young players at the time at Dortmund.
Was
Okay, but okay.
what age is Sancho right now?
Yeah, but Dicanio.
Bro, the talent,
One and a
bro,
man,
at the end of the day, bro, at some point you have to transfer that talent into actual real
yeah, but
end product
one
and
and
real.
a man, when you buy Kai Havertz, with a bad man. Kai Havertz never perform at Chelsea.
Bro, he got a chance to go and perform in an environment he was comfortable in.
Okay,
He got the number 10 in his back. He went back to Borussia Dortmund. He claimed he was happy. So why didn't the football show it? His stats were poor. His
Yeah.
performances, as you said, were lackluster.
yeah.
But at some point, you have to
Yeah.
realize that he's just becoming one of those. Reece Nelson was Arsenal's top talent.
Yes.
Arsenal's top talent
Listen,
coming out. Are you going to say Reece Nelson is a talented player now? No, he's fading down to becoming an average, proven Premier League type of player, right? But that doesn't mean say he's a top talent or he's a talent anymore or he's
All right,
promising.
so let me take
Brother,
that.
Sancho's
All
not a
right.
talent anymore, brother.
All right,
He's
listen.
not a
I
talent
believe
anymore.
him have some abilities within him, right? It's just that I don't know if it is fit for the English Premier League. I don't think Sancho's attitude is fit for the Premier League in the sense that, listen, if I'm a part of a team, right, and a dressing room, and a player abandons the team, we're fighting for something across a season with 38 plus games, 38
Listen.
games in the Prem and
Yeah.
extra games.
Guys,
And-
listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
Listen. Sancho last season. Listen, he had a good season because of the situation that he had with the manager. Okay, I know this criticizing and also the social media is affect him. Okay, and every players that didn't want him, but what can you say? Okay, I know it's
Again.
difficult for me. Listen, sometimes you gotta let it go, and I know for me, listen, Greenwood, he should leave Man United as well for me, so that the next season we have to just start anew fresh, because for me I'm not still trusting the manager who's the man Eric Ten Hag, what he has done to us last season, because of finishing in 8th is a disaster and it is disgrace. I'm not Pinnock in. You know,
Yeah.
you
And
just
before
from
we move on, right? What do you think about Mason Greenwood potentially playing for Jamaica? Would you like to see that?
it depends. Listen, it depends with his decision. If England does not choose him under by Gareth Southgate, he can choose wherever he wants to go, whether if it's Jamaica or any other national teams that he wants. But if he goes to Jamaica, he might improve with Anthony, with also with Leon Bailey as well. So you guys have so good many talents, but in the future, I don't know. In the case, let's see what happens. Okay, in that situation. So
All right, then.
only God knows.
All right, then.
All right.
Bless up now.
Big up
Yeah.
yourself. No?
Anyway, listen. Yeah.
Yeah, let me
Anyway,
ask
you
you
guys
one thing
listen.
before you go though. How did you come across the channel?
Hmm?
How did you come across the channel?
Me?
Yeah.
I just saw you guys on the live, talking, basically about Mason Greenwood, about about the Jamaica.
Okay. All right. No
I
first
just
speak.
found
Big
you
up
on your
yourself.
channel. Anyway, big up to you guys.
Yeah.
Drain, for Tracy pressure, and also the host Dicanio as well.
All right.
All
No,
right.
bless.
Anyway, guys, take care to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people,
Peace
that was United from Ethiopia, I believe you said. So yeah. Let me just take some comments quickly. One, big up yourself. I don't personally call him a punk. He did his best. He got a better offer for him and his family, so he left. He had no legal obligation to stay because the JFF did not make it that way. Dre, anyway, that sports, big up yourself. Check. Big up Mandem on the panel. All right, big up yourself, Dre. Anyway, that sports. Dre, anyway, that sports. Wish you good luck for next season on this Chelsea team. Man was checked out mentally, and it was evident on his face expressions during the World Cup and the Copa America. AMD kind of seemed frustrated. Jason Good, I'm seeing on the chat. Let me big you up. Where's Jason Guna's comment? Arsenal man, Jason, big up yourself. Bless up person and all in the chat. 1-1 Taji. Sue taking the comments. Havertz still not better than Sancho. Sancho attitude make teams hesitate still. But I'd rather take a Kai Havertz on my team than a Jadon Sancho right now. You get me? Because at least we can get some more to Kai Havertz. But let me just get back to this Oral Tracey thing quickly. Let me play the clip one more time for you guys that just joined.
The man style Jamaica. And we say fair and fearless analysis. The man this Jamaica because him a one big tall white man come from Iceland. I say my dentist and all of them something. Who don't feel him on the style way. The man style Jamaica. Wicked him style Jamaica too. This day him deal with Jamaica. She don't know. Ramp them around with my World Cup qualification, you know. All of them. From the JFF to the coach who come here. Yeah, you can't say the JFF shouldn't hire him. Because him turned out to be a punk who was not committed to doing what he committed to do.
Yes, as I said, the whole white man thing and bringing up his skin color and whatever the case is, I just think it's stupid from Oral Tracey, and I think Oral Tracey should know better. It reminds me of the video when they do with Vinicius, when Vinicius was crying over racism, the abuse he was facing, and Oral Tracey was saying, "Oh, like you have money already, Ray," but that still not means you're not gonna feel away over people, chanting racial slurs after you're making racial gestures. Like money doesn't take away that emotional side of any human being, and every human being deals with racism different. You see me? I say, so if I say I'm this Jamaica because him feel like he's this big white man from Iceland, it's just stupidity. The man get a
That's
better.
not what he said.
I don't. I
Bro,
Bro, the man, that's not what he said, but I misconstrued.
What did he say then?
The man said Jamaican people, them afraid for say it as it is because he's this big white man that was a dentist. You see me? That is what he must say. Basically, I say, just because he's, Jamaican people frightened already. That's the notion of the man I try to put towards the thing that. You see me? Jamaican people frightened. And if it was just another black man like we, if it was a tapper,
If it was Tapper with
then
us.
the backlash should have been completely different. That's all I must say. But I think it have nothing to do with him skin color. It's just a matter of the mindset of Jamaican people. Not because he come from Europe.
Bro, but me not get that. Hold on, man. Let me land.
Not because he's not local.
Hold on, man.
Supposed to deal with it.
Let me
See
land,
him now. You have to allow me to speak. Not because
I've allowed you to speak.
No. I'm gonna
But
finish.
let me just
I'm
say
not
this.
finished. I'm not
Let me
done.
just say this.
I am not done.
All right, go on. Since you're on the show, go
So,
on.
not because, Zine, not because he is from Europe, right? And him white, right? But if it was a local coach, Jamaican people wanna deal with this wicked. Whole heap of backlash the man would get. And that is the point the Oral Tracey have to try to make. Don't treat him special because him come from Europe
Bro.
and him have a white skin color and he used to be a dentist.
It is not
That's all the
special.
man did
Enough Reggae Boyz fans did want the man out bad man. You act like say people never advocate for JFF, sack the man and move on the man, brother. The man left on his terms and we're supposed to move on from it. You get me? I say there's no black and white to the situation, bad man. The man leave. Some of us don't like the fact that the man leave. Some of us like the fact that the man leave, whether he was fired or he left on his own terms. And just move on from the situation.
Read the
You
comment.
get me? I say
Presser, you're acting, you're smarter than this.
Nah, get it. Oral Tracey.
You're way smarter than this, Presser. You're way
Person's
smarter than this.
situations different because the man white and I support Tracy's point. Brother, you watch Jamaica football when Tapa their coach. Brother, Tapa get bottom bruise, you know, and Tapa carry go finals, you know. Tapa carry go some decent places, you know. Obviously in stink out qualifiers. But Tapa never did that bad with certain results where the man get outside of qualifiers. And the only people do the Tapa if him win a match.
yo, me go take that comment here.
All Tapa win a match, brother.
This comment say it's reverse racism. If he was a black man in the same situation and a white person made the inference, there would be a massive outrage. And he's right in that sense. You get me? I say if a white person said that about somebody black in Coach Heimer Hallgrímsson's position, it could be deemed as reverse racism. You get me?
In
I say,
Jamaica?
No, but
if he was abroad.
well, maybe not reverse racism, but you get what the commenter say.
But I did say this to you as well before the show. Say if he was abroad, like if he was a US journalist, the whole place would have done on Oral Tracey now. But again, that's you have to understand the market that you're in, you have to understand the country that you're in. And there are certain things that are accepted in certain countries that are not accepted in certain places. So you're not going to judge a man by something what him say in a Jamaica compared to what him say in America. We have a different climate and a different way of looking at things. And I do not think Oral Tracey is a racist at all. All the man I say is Jamaican people frightened, and it's a fact. Jamaican people, we treat somebody better than how them treat themselves just because his brother come from a better background or have more money or have more name than you. And that don't make no sense, and that's all the man did a put out here. So not because the man is a white man from Europe that was a dentist,
I
means
understand
you're
that,
supposed to
but
talk
man,
as it is.
you're not to be emotional. I understand that. Calm down. All I'm saying is within the realms of it's not no frightening Friday thing over a white man, brother. Within the realms of football, Coach Heimer Hallgrímsson is not the first coach to leave a position. He's not the first to leave a job. He's not the first to take a next job offer. So why is it that we have to narrow it down to because he's a white man from Iceland or whatever the case is? The man simply take a different. The man simply
That
take
was
a
not the
different
only
job.
point he did make. He made points about the actual qualifiers. He made points about his commitment to those qualifiers game, and that is what was bringing out the fury out of Oral Tracey. Watch what the video. Most of the video was not even about him leaving. It was about the fact that him leaving now is showing us what was the reason why him did not do them things in our qualifiers with it have head spin. Because obviously he never committed, and he made good points like why so much local based players make it.
That is stupid. You are
telling me say low.
You are
telling me say Alex Marshall is a better player than Jamal Lowe.
You are acting stupid. Jamal Lowe was not available. Lowe was not available.
Well, show me the article. Show me when he said that. No.
Batman, yo, run when a man.
Show me when he said.
Run when a man. Yo, listen.
Show me what he said.
Yo, I know me can't talk, you know.
No, so show me. Don't make the claim that if you can't give me proof, you know.
30
So
minutes.
stop where you are right now, go research a proof there when Jamal Lowe say never available. No.
30 minutes, and me can't talk. 30 minutes, and me
But
can't
you
talk.
been a chatting, I show to you.
I'm
You been a
introducing
chat.
it- I'm
So
introducing-
back up your point. No, that may I say. Watch out.
I'm
Back up your
introducing
point.
it.
No,
I'm
you say
introducing
Jamal
it.
Lowe never available. Go show me the proof.
I'm introducing the
Go pull up
topic.
the article.
So the host can't talk. The man who hosts the show can't talk. That you
Got
try to
you.
tell me.
Got you that.
No, hear me I say.
Do a
no.
3 hour
Hear me
host,
I
a
say.
4 hours.
Hear me I say. Stop acting stupid, right? In the recent World Cup qualifications, right? You saw where JFF they posted a list of unavailable players and the reason as to why they would have been unavailable. Now, with those players being available, majority of the JPL players that were selected, they would have replaced some of those players.
Was
And
Jamal Lowe on that list? Yes or no?
He was not, but I heard.
Exactly. So what is the point?
I heard from credible sources that he was
Brother, don't tell
unavailable.
me no part about your credible sources. Show me the proof.
So let me ask you a question. When we did come out with the video about Mikel Antonio, and I say Mikel Antonio now gonna be available. You never asked me about credible
No, you
source.
said that he wasn't in camp.
Did you ask me about credible source when I brought the Mikel Antonio news? So why is it that when me tell you say Lono available, you ask about credible sources?
No,
So
brother, you have to show me proof, bro. You have to show me proof, dog. You can't tell me say man not available, dog. You have to tell me that. You have to show me that. Show me, bro. If it not dead, or it can't be proven, then you just lose it, dog. You lose it, bro. And that brings it back to my point. Is Jamal Lowe, is Alex Marshall better than Jamal Lowe? Yes or no? Just say that. Yes or no?
Yeah, yes.
Exactly.
Jamal Lowe is
What?
better.
No, right? He's not. So if he's not better, Jamal Lowe should have been on that list of
Make go get Juras. Make go get Juras.
No, he should have been on that list of unavailable players. Yes or no?
Make go get Juras on no. Juras, big up yourself.
If he's not there on the list of unavailable players, that means he never get picked.
Yeah, man, forgot mute that money on people.
All right, guys. What's going on, everybody? It don't sound good. I understand when you're running a thing and it may be a little different, but when one person talk and then the other person try to talk, like Pressa, yeah, my little brother, but we have to make the man finish talk, isn't it? Because if you talk and you talk, it just not sound good. But Gunners, my officer, Pressa, you kind of know my views on this subject already, and I agree fully with Gunners in terms of Oral Tracey would be the last person on this earth I probably defend or come to his defense. But on this subject here, I have agree with what Gunners has said, bro. I think I think you heard the white man part and you never hear fully what he was saying in terms of that is because in white, that's why, you know, people frightened him. I think that's exactly what Oral Tracey was saying. From having conversations in our little group chat, Pressa, you know me feel already. Initially, I always wanted the coach to leave, especially after Copa. Wasn't pleased with the gameplay or whatever. I thought he was a good person, a decent person. He might still be a good person, you know, might still be a decent guy or whatever. But how all of this was executed, it just rubbed me the wrong way, and it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, bro. We do get it that other people leave for better job opportunities. I'm in the business field as well. So if you get a better job opportunity for yourself, for your family, you're going to leave, bro. But how the man handled it, and especially hearing that he was in talks with Ireland from when? From January, December. And as Gunnar said a while ago, and Dicanio said a while ago, how the World Cup qualifiers was played and his attitude in the Copa America. Reggie, I sit down in my studio and I look on the TV and I say, yo, why your brother you look so defeated? Like the coach no look like him even want to bid it, bro. You understand me? I said the only thing in a Copa him they show passion about Reggie was singing the national anthem. Everything else the man just did look lackluster, bro. And we cannot deny that. So my granny would have always said story come to bump. So we finally understand, we finally see why, you know, why his attitude and why he says certain things, right? Touching on another point, and then I'm going to make him speak. You can't come on something and I talk about professionalism. Him is just like Leon Bailey, brethren. The same way Leon Bailey behave, you're going to talk about professionalism and all of them something, but you go up on a public platform and you're there bash and you're there go on. That's the same thing that the former coach was doing, but he was doing it in a little subtle way. Like him thinks that people are idiot and we can't pick up what he must say and what he might try to imply. He might talk about professional and all of them someday. If he was in cahoots with Ireland from December, January, is that professional? When he was still under exactly, it's very unethical. And the same words and same phrase I use, ask Pressa, Gunners and Dicanio. In our group chat are the same phrase and the same words that I use. It wasn't right, bro. It no matter what we want to say, and we can't say, okay, we'll be over emotional and it's we are going to be emotional somewhat. Why? Because when you when you invest time in something, you know, and you see something go a certain way, you go feel away, bro. So if you want to say we're emotional and them someday, that's fine. You guys, all three of you guys on the platform, this is your platform. I'll try to invest time in something. So if somebody come on and mess up on a thing when they invest time in Gunners not gonna feel away about him platform, Dicanio, and especially you, presser. So we're going to feel emotional about it. So I mean, I like when some of my bridging them, Jason, Ferran, and you gonna say, oh, we'll be emotional and it's a business thing. While I get that and I agree with that, we have invested time in it. We sit down, we plan people, look forward in watching Copa, we look forward in watching the Reggae Boyz. So we are gonna feel away, bro. And if it's a business move, yeah, go ahead.
Another thing as well, just think about it in the football landscape, right? When anyone, a player, coach, anyone at all is on contract, when is an acceptable period for you to start negotiation with another team? When you have 6 months left on your contract.
Yes, that's what going
right?
on.
That is an acceptable period. This man came to Jamaica with 1 goal to get us to the World Cup, and the man played 2 qualifiers game and deep. He has been here for over 2 years. That means that there's 75 million or 110 million rumored amount when get from Jamaica. That come like would waste the money because for what reason? The man, that's the reason why we invest that amount of money, for this man come and do this job, and this man barely even start scrape the job, and gone,
Yo,
he have much more years left. World Cup at 2026. That means he man have over 2 more years left on him contract, You see me?
Really get
And the man start.
We didn't get pressure.
When I get this, first of all, there's no loyalty within the game of sports in general.
Bro, it no matter we talk about what is right and what is wrong.
Make
You know, say you just interrupt me, though. Same thing the man talk, you just talk and you interrupt me, you never finish,
Alright, hold on, I'm not controlling myself, guys. Everything is good. But our passion, and this passion is a good thing, man. It shows that we care about football, bros. You understand? So it's not a bad thing, but we could control it, put it under control.
Let me just go through.
Yeah,
Man, I get what I say, because you know, there's no loyalty within the game. Maybe sometimes you'll find it, right? Now, let me address the Reggae Boyz fans. A lot of you guys question the credibility from the Canada game. I can date it back to the Canada game, or even before we play the second leg. Many of you guys questioned the credibility of Coach Heimer Hallgrímsson on various YouTube platforms. Not the hosts themselves of these platforms, but more like the fans in general, right? Enough people question the resume or the credibility of Coach Heimer Hallgrímsson. Someone say, oh, I know him bring Iceland got the World Cup really and truly, but if him did fail to bring them to the World Cup, it would have been on him. The failure would have been on him. So why is it that the success cannot be on him? People question him track record at the club that he was at in Qatar. I did my research and I think he did relatively well. I think he was the first manager for that club as well. No, I looked at the league finish of that specific club before he went there, and they were in a worse position compared to where he had them at the time when he was there in his tenure, right? He also brought them to a final, I believe, the first manager in the history of the club or something like that to bring them back to that final since 1990 something. So he did relatively well for the team that he was coaching in Qatar. Now he comes to Jamaica, he goes to the Copa America, he finishes 3rd in the CONCACAF Nations League, he goes up in ranking in terms of CONCACAF as well as FIFA, and we don't accept that as some form of success. We question those type of things. And the next thing is too, a lot of you guys wanted the man out. Maybe the man did get the message from a long time saying in terms of him I think to himself, say, I'm not go last that job because I look like the people that want me out. What if Coach Heimer Hallgrímsson would have known beforehand that when the technical committee would have assessed the Copa America, maybe them would have sacked him? What if him did know that? And him say, no, let me just get up and take that job here. You never think about that?
He's a two-side cutlass. He's a two-side cutlass in a little boy. Brother, half year a beard talk about Grimmy and your company plan platform and talk good one to you.
No, that's
Hold on.
like you're all
How many talk about
wait,
Grimmy?
let me talk. I don't want to hold on.
Yeah, the Canada talker.
Pressa, you are a keyboard warrior, and I would like to come out publicly and say that you're a keyboard warrior, and you do all this badness in the group chat, dog. Why are you
Yeah, wait,
coming
but
with
then
with
can't
all
push
these
in the
group
can't
and
push in the
badness,
host
and then
under the
you're going
bus.
to make no point? What you say? Well, look at that. Like, please, if you have a point that you want to make, then make it. But I'm
People,
stuck here
what
trying to
I
listen to what
say,
you're
what
saying.
I say in a group chat is different to when I'm hosting a show. I'm trying to be fair in terms of my assessment surrounding
Yeah.
these
You're a
topics.
YouTube channel,
That's
person.
true. That's true. That's true.
It's
The
not.
things I'm saying in a group chat, people not gonna come out publicly and really
But
go
on a disrespect,
100%.
it's just an opinion. Nothing. You see, if you say something disrespectful privately, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, me not say if you come on a platform and come say. But this is an opinion that you cannot be faulted for. So why you feel the need for change your opinion when you forward that and talk? And that we just can't get it, dog. And that's why
Yeah,
we
but
there
I
and
don't know what you're saying
I
because
don't
like
understand you, bro.
that is
It's like we
complete
don't know what you
opposite.
think, dog. We can't understand you.
Let me use an analogy, right? Let me use an analogy, Drew.
No, press.
So,
I just
no,
talk directly to the
say
problem.
you're there with a girl. You see me?
I don't know, dog.
You're there with
You're
a girl.
talking about man and there with girl, bro. Come
Alright, you're
on.
there with a girl, people, and the relationship. You see, the relationship are coming to an end. You get me? I say, and you want to jump in our next relationship. You're not gonna really wait till the relationship over to go look a next girl. You probably are gonna like start vet out a next girl and say, "Yo, boy, I'm out of the relationship." You like, in terms of your mentality, I say, you're not in the relationship again. Physically, you're still living with the person. You get me? I say, but you start scout around. So by the time this relationship, you just jump in the next one. You get me? I say,
Yeah,
so that is
and
my
we agree
analogy.
that is done. But is it right? Isn't it still
Well,
unethical? That's
Well,
all we are saying.
in football, I don't think there's any ethics in
Of
football.
course. Bro,
There's
at
none.
the end of the day,
Teams-
there's a
teams-
rule in football say you're not supposed, it's literally a rule. You're not supposed to be
All right.
negotiating, especially for players. You're not supposed to negotiate if you're not in that 6 month period. You're not supposed to negotiate with no club by right. You see me? That is a rule in the football that we all know.
Let me say something real
True,
quick,
true.
and this is coming straight from where Grimmy himself said, right? This man said, you remember with the interview with Simon, he said, oh, he wants to leave everything on a good term, right? So when we are talking about ethics, this are ethics, leaving things on a good term, on a good level. So when all of this reel out a week later, and then we'll get all of this information this week, can you say that he left Jamaica on a good term when all of this information had come out? And mind you, some of this information that we can be speculating because we don't have all the facts. We weren't there for everything, but we are trying to match up 1 and 2 together and I try to put together what makes sense. You see me? So go back to what Gunnazyt said and Dicanio said, Presser. In the ethical, bro, and in the whole with all of this new information will come out, there's no way that he left the federation on good terms. That's all I'm gonna say. My last speech.
Yeah, and the federation is notorious to be trying to cover up things because they don't want anything to come out. They don't want anything to look bad. So it's just like you're talking about how white man this, like it's true. The Jamaican public does not have football heritage.
Him live in America too long, man. The wokeism a take over him brain.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you can't.
No, bro. Me live America. Me live America.
No, man, we are talking Kishan specifically, man. It not take over your brain, but it take over him brain. It's like him not understand the Jamaican climate, brother. People frightened for people at Jamaica. Me, I tell you that.
Yeah, but
I'm
a
telling you.
question: how can a black man be racist to a white man?
No, we're not getting
I
that.
never
We're not
said.
getting that, Dylan, dog. Please, me, I beg you.
Yeah, man, that's a whole different subject. No even go this up. No even go this up. That's a whole different subject. Me
Yeah,
agree with your
different
take, but it's a different
I
conversation.
can't help myself.
No, man, that's a different
Yeah, but help yourself,
football
man.
channel, dog. Football channel.
But Juras, big up yourself here.
Big up, bro. Big up.
Yeah, blessings, everybody.
Yeah, JPL fan, big up yourself. Amazing work over there covering the JPL. Boy, Presser tapping up is strictly frowned upon. I get that. I get that. You know what I mean? Should he have been negotiating with Ireland a couple months prior to his departure? Probably not. You know what I'm
Couple
saying?
months, couple of 2, father. 8 months we here, That's
Right.
almost a year.
Presso,
Alright.
please answer this question, Presso. Because I don't understand your analogy about man and girl.
We could get into the other topics before we even indulge.
Yes,
Get
you
messed
know,
up.
one goes around. No, this is what I can't
Bro,
do.
say ignore your commenters.
No, I'm not
You're
ignoring the
ignoring
commenters.
their commenters.
True Spurs,
We're
big up yourself.
asking you to address the comment.
What
Yeah,
comment?
address the comments. You made an analogy. Nobody no understand it. So then
So address it. Read it and address it.
Where's the comment?
See it on screen.
Oh, false equivalency. Which girl or relationship paying you millions per year? I mean, listen, you see, feelings, let me tell you people, feelings can worth more than money if I get me I say, because you can do with somebody for like a 10, 15 year. You invest a lot of time and energy and effort into this person. And when you realize that the relationship will come to end, it can break you, it can make you turn a
But
madman.
you're not going to start scout after you spend so much time, effort on.
Well,
You have to broke up.
hold on, man. You
You,
can
you,
scout.
you need to have energy for
Hold
the
on,
one.
man. You can scout to find the replacement, you know. You get
But
me?
you know, if you spend so much time, effort, and energy, and you really love the person, believe me, dog, it's hard for you to say you're going to even scout the next person. Whereas if they broke your heart a certain way, dog, you don't even want a serious relationship anymore. You go to start treat some girl like some dog. I should even say
Alright,
that. But
let me get into the other topics because people have to touch on Mason Greenwood because we have to stick around for this one. Coach Heimer Hallgrimsson. Why am I saying Coach Heimer Hallgrimsson? The former Reggae Boyz coach Heimer Hallgrimsson had something to say in regards to Mason Greenwood. But before I play the clip for that one, I want to discuss something, or I want to pull up something on screen that the Marseille mayor had to say in regards to Mason Greenwood and his soon to be moved to the club. So the headline is Marseille mayor warns Olympic Marseille against Mason Greenwood move. He went on to state, I don't want my club to be covered with the shame. So he referred to Mason Greenwood as the shame. In terms of his comments surrounding Greenwood, let me just find it here. He went on to state, and I quote, Greenwood's behavior is unspeakable, unacceptable. The Marseille mayor said, hitting his wife, I saw images that deeply shocked me. Massacring his wife in this way is unbecoming of a man, and he cannot have his place on this team. And once again, people, that is what the mayor of Marseille had to say surrounding Mason Greenwood. Massacring his wife in this way is unbecoming of a man. Greenwood's behavior is unspeakable, unacceptable, and the headline is, in terms of what he stated, I don't want my club to be covered with the shame. So he's calling Mason Greenwood the shame. It's unbecoming of a man to massacre his wife. He stated that he saw images surrounding the situation with Mason Greenwood and his wife. You know, they're married now. Whenever that situation took place, they were just like girlfriend and boyfriend, whatever the case is. So Dylan, you know, we have to say about this because you know you're someone, or you normally tend to hit out against Mason Greenwood and his actions, and for the right reasons as well. And I've always stated publicly, Mason Greenwood is probably one of the luckiest players to like still be playing football at the highest level. I mean, normally you have players who go through this, you know, but them still play football, but not at this high level in terms of a top 5 league or whatever the case is. And Mason Greenwood has that opportunity once again. So with the mayor of Marseille saying this and giving his thoughts surrounding the proposed move, what do you have to say?
I mean, I don't think I've hit out against Mason Greenwood. I mean, I think I'm not somebody that would align with anything that he has done. And I think that especially in this culture where football players are no longer, you're a brand at the end of the day. And certain things don't fly in this current, world space. I mean, with the comments, I know it's translated possibly, so it's probably not 100% accurate. But I would have to side with the mayor. I think, he is a lucky guy. I don't understand how he still has a career. I think it's just because to some degree he has been protected. But, the evidence is there. The evidence does not lie. It can change, but evidence will always be there. In an age where women's football is becoming even more popular and we're getting into a cultural space where, certain things don't fly. I personally just don't like to see it. So, I don't really have much to say. I was growing up around many strong people that were women. So I grew up with only my mom really for the most of my years of my life. So what he did, if any friend did that, I wouldn't want anything to do with them. So
yeah. And the mayor went on to state as well, I don't want my club to be covered with the shame of someone who hits his wife. And people, we can remember the charges that Mason Greenwood faced. Attempted rape, I think coercing behavior, occasioning bodily harm as well. a few others as well. And he stated that he's going to ask the president not to sign Greenwood. Dicanio, what you have to say about this?
Yeah, man. So the situation itself, let me just put this aside. Now, the situation that happened itself is distasteful, right? And me personally, anybody that nobody where me know, I don't want to say what God. You see me? Because we depend here. However, that situation has passed. Actually, when the situation happened and when it came out to the public, it happened a long time ago. So I don't like say it did happen and it come out to the public same time, right? I believe both families were aware of the situation when it happened. Both families, they went to therapy. Both families resolved the issue. And then after everything was good and they recovered from that, remember at that point he was a young man, very, very young, just a touch adolescence. People make mistakes. But obviously it was a distasteful mistake and whatever I'm doing is unacceptable. However, it came out in the media a good while after it really happened, when things were repaired. And I think that is the main difference with
But
this.
how we know that things were repaired? In Mason Greenwood situation, he would make it come across as if things are already repaired. You know what I'm saying? No, me get what I say in terms of this whole situation, in terms of them repairing it, whatever the case. But in the eyes of the public, it wrong, brother. I remember a friend of mine stated that me can't believe the voice note because it can be AI generated, and I was like, bro, really? Really? So this is the lens where people go for defend Mason Greenwood in terms of this situation. Sorry for cutting off, but go forward. Yo, go show about man.
Brother, as Media said, no, I am not saying the situation was false. I 100% believe in what happened. All I'm saying is he was a young, I don't know if he was 18 or 19 when the situation happened. They dealt with it internally, right? It broke afterwards, and the repercussions came, right? He got charged, and this is me looking at facts now. We don't talk about the situation being distasteful. We don't talk about if it was me or that to him. But now we just look on facts. Zine, he was charged for potential criminal offenses, right? The matter was investigated. These are facts now, may I tell you. Whichever way you want to look at it or perceive it, you can, and you can take whatever you want from it. He was not put away for these charges, right? He's now back playing football. Years after that happened, the same woman or girl that he did those things to, they are now repaired. They're in a better position. They are now married, have a child, and they move on the rest of their life. Zine, that is the fact. That is what is happening right now. And then another thing as well is he was out of the game for a year and he came back, and it's not like saying come back and he was off it. The man come back and him fire. So that I put clubs and I put people in even a huge dilemma, because even though he was charged, he was not prosecuted. He never got jail. All of the charges were dropped. So at the end of the day, this is quote unquote an innocent man. And you have to treat this quote unquote innocent man fairly. You get the angle where I come from.
But life isn't fair.
I get that, and that's the reason why I'm gonna make my first point. So me saying if somebody do that to any woman in my life, them now can blink so. Just show what me believe about that. But at the end of the day, football is a business. And you can't have a goal scoring asset like what Manchester United have. That was deemed innocent, quote unquote, innocent of all charges.
Well, he wasn't deemed innocent because he didn't go to court. So it's not like he was found not guilty.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, they never take action upon it, right?
Yeah.
Which means he's an innocent man walking, quote unquote.
Okay. True.
Right? He's a
I think
I'm finished now. He's an innocent man walking. So at the end of the day, Manchester United have a dilemma. They have to face facts and reality. Everyone knows that he frigging did what he did. But at the end of the day, he was not prosecuted, and he's an innocent man, and he's an asset that is scoring goals, is a huge talent, and is promising enough to become a world-class player. And clubs, them are go through financial too much things them are go through right now, bro. You can't just leg a player like that.
But let me just say this, right?
Quote unquote innocent man, you have to try to tell him, and someone is going to be out here that is going to take him. For example, Hetafe take the man, and there are going to be many other clubs. Barcelona inquire about the man. And if them did have the money for buying Greenwood, would have been there. right?
Let-
So
let me-
there are many clubs out there in world football who will still take this man, and
Dylan.
it's just reality.
Dylan, let me have this conversation with you before you chime in, right? Let me tell you, you see across football and sports, you have a lot of nasty people in these in this field, right? You know, Kyle Walker went to a bar recently and flashed his private part. I mean, I see no outrage surrounding that, and that is despicable. That is nasty. You know what I'm saying? And nobody talks about that. You have various footballers who they've done nasty, disgusting things when it comes on to women, and clubs still keep them. So I'm not surprised by the fact that you have clubs out there that still want to play like Mason Greenwood. Now, if we're going to talk about having a moral value, etc., the fact of the matter is nobody should take Mason Greenwood. It is simple as that. Whether he went to court and he was and the court get the case get dashed away, the voice note itself and the images tells the story. So I don't want to hear no man talk about him innocent. Yes, him innocent because he wasn't convicted of anything. But brother,
So if you have your phone on, your camera on, so you can
listen.
do it. And this is what I do. Innocent.
Dylan, if a man go court and say him charged with attempted murder, is if that man even walk away without the proceeding going any further to the point where they can form a conviction, me not want to associate with you. The mere fact say you're charged with attempted murder, me not want a friend with you, me not want to in your vicinity, because that in itself attempted murder. No, brother. Stay far from me. You get me? I say Mason Greenwood's case in terms of what he was charged for, whether it went to the full proceeding of him being found guilty or not guilty, I do not want to be associated with someone like that and the actions. You know what I'm saying? Because let's not be
You're right.
people. The voice
You are
note,
within your right.
we heard the voice note. It is not AI generated. It is disgusting. And just because of the culture that Jamaica has, we tend to look up on this stuff, but we give him a leeway in
You
terms
can't
of
say Jamaica, bro, because you have Spanish teams that are taking him.
yeah, well, one Spanish team
Jamaica,
because you have a one Spanish team because you have a man who go publicly kiss a woman without having consent from that girl.
Yeah, but then say that, but those try small down Jamaica and make it look as if a Jamaica alone. Because you have Barcelona, we want to inquire for the man. You have Getafe, so this bigger than Jamaica, brother.
Yo, Tycoon, ask me if he was there, man. Ask me no foolishness, man. Ask me no foolishness.
No, man, not a foolishness. Come on, let's not play that game, guys, in the comments. Everybody know what this man do, brother.
Travis,
But at the end of the day, you have some people out there that are only for themselves, right? This is reality. We are talking about real life now. You have some people out there that if it never happened to them, people with them know in the business, them just a look on it from a business perspective. This man can come in, score goals, win us football matches, and get the club to a higher level. And that's how some people look at it.
Well, Chancelan, if you
Why teams want him.
Chancelan, if you want to believe Mason Greenwood not being no man, then you're free to believe that.
Isn't
Dylan,
Sean Sutherland the pastor? I'm almost sure that Sean Sutherland was a pastor. So I think I've stayed quiet because I don't want to like get too riled up about this. But you guys both have women in your life. If it was, I don't want to make anything too personal, but if it was somebody you knew and it's a business asset and whatever, you wouldn't be thinking like this.
So
If the girl is completely silenced, you don't know anything that's going on.
that must say, bro.
Talking about it from this kind of lens of, oh, like, you know, I don't know. I can't look at it from no business perspective. It's just stupid. Like, he must learn, right? If he doesn't end up with a club, he's still fine. He was on 60 or 75,000 a week from he was about 18. He'll be fine for the rest of his life. He have enough money, right? So I don't see a reason. I think what people have said, the same thing that Jude said, is what everybody thought. Jude said it out of his mouth on the football pitch. And what could Greenwood do about it? Punch him? For what? Because it's true.
And Dylan,
because he silenced and didn't press charges, right? You don't know if them threaten her life. You don't know if the Manchester United people say, yo, stop talking about this, right? If you even look on the internet right now, you can barely see an article about it. Why?
That no mean said right, Sean. So that
what you want your wife too? You beat your wife like that.
John Sean, you need therapy, my father.
but look at this. Come in. Manchester United stated based on their information from their investigation, he was not guilty of the charges.
They
By
were
the way,
going to make him guilty of the
yeah,
charges.
United isn't judge and jury to be.
Bro, all
investigating
United
this
are gonna
matter.
do is just follow whatever the law, whatever happening in a court. So if the court them say, yo, a dog not guilty, United are gonna say them do investigations, and if the man not guilty, bro.
Let me say this, right?
I think United takes a long for answer the matter.
Let
And
me,
them
let
are
me,
wait to see what
let
happens.
me say this. Let me say this. This statistic: 4 in 10 women in Jamaica experience some form of intimate partner violence. So I'm not really surprised by many Jamaican men defending Mason Greenwood in this situation. I mean, I said they can't defend Mason Greenwood, but Sean Sutherland obviously is defending the actions of Mason Greenwood. The man going to
No,
state
man,
that
if Messi Green do nothing like that to my family. That dead man.
him going to state that him father beat him mother. So what? What you mean? So what? What you mean? So what? I don't understand. So what? That's not right. But I'm play the Hallgrímsson clip in terms of what he had to say about Greenwood.
I know you're aware of some of the criticism regarding your comments regarding Mason Greenwood in the past when you were Jamaica head coach. Would you like to clarify those comments?
No, it's just in the context of all things. So I remember when it came, both the president of the federation and the general secretary of the federation said he would be welcome to play for Jamaica. That's the federation decision. So obviously the coach was asked, and I try to be political and say that all coaches would like to have talents like he has, etc. So try to kind of avoid it without saying nothing.
But you can understand why the criticism has come your way.
Yeah, really, I don't know much about what happened, but I don't approve with any abuse or his actions. So I didn't go into depth, and I never needed to kind of decide if he would be selected or not. But it was just in the context of what was happening, I needed to react.
I know you're aware of some of the criticism regarding your comments regarding Mason Greenwood in the past when you were Jamaica head coach. Would you like to clarify those comments?
No, it's just in the context of all things. So I remember when it came, both the president of the federation and the general secretary of the federation said he would be welcome to play for Jamaica. That's the federation decision. So obviously the coach was asked, and I try to be political and say that all coaches would like to have talents like he has, etc. So try to kind of avoid it without saying nothing.
But you can understand why the criticism has come your way.
Yeah, really, I don't know much about what happened, but I don't approve with any abuse or his actions. So I didn't go into depth, and I never needed to kind of decide if he would be selected or not. But it was just in the context of what was happening, I needed to react.
So that's the former Reggae Boyz coach, Heimer Hallgrimsson, and what he had to say surrounding Mason Green. Now, an interesting part of that clip, right? Him say him no know much of what happened, but him still condemn the actions of Mason Greenwood. So I really understand that. If you don't know what happened, why would you condemn the actions of Greenwood? Dylan, what you have to say about that?
I mean, he's clearly lying. He absolutely knows what happened. I think he's just trying to save himself. I think he was just trying to save the comment that he made. I think it's just clear. I think there's a collection of thoughts in the space. It's just that people understand that at the end of the day, Manchester United is a huge entity, and you can't play with certain superpowers. It's $1 billion, trillion dollar enterprise that you can't really touch. So I think, people letting their minds be taken up by all these statistics and asking like if a woman beat a man like that, the statistics for that don't show the same. So I don't really know where all this come from. But I mean, off the side with Grimmy, I think he's definitely not speaking the full truth, but he cannot. It's the media. He's trying to save himself at the end of the day.
And the main thing as well is he was in Jamaica, whereas you're clearly seeing in the comments it's not that big of a deal, right? But when you're going to Europe now, you notice the first thing that journalists ask him.
Yeah.
Team say, so the climate was different. So obviously, just as Dylan said, just to protect himself. When he was in Jamaica, the narrative was everybody want Greenwood. So all right, I'm gonna say what the narrative want to say. Like, yeah, man, of course, anybody would want to play with this quality, right? But then when you go Ireland now, where you know so that Europe and a work culture, you know, so you have to switch up what you say. You have to just change that and say, it was just a political response.
I think the one thing I want to add to what you're saying is that I've tried to stay away from this, and Dicanio knows, but I guess for me, it's just, I know that somebody from JFF is going to watch this because I see the title. And I guess it's just a thing of we have to kind of understand the country. We have to understand what's going on in the space in Jamaica. The media space is so small that we can't press certain things because everybody know everybody. But when you get into real football, you can't do that. When the man asks him the question, no media man can tell him, say, no, you can't ask that. You're mad. When the man, if the man reaches to the World Cup, for example, I don't think Ireland will reach the World Cup. But if him even step foot and they have a speculation that he was pro, he's going to hear that every single day, and it don't matter if I'm tired. Because when I listen to Mikel Arteta talk about the media, he says that more than half of his job is dealing with the media. So I think in Jamaica we just have controllables, and I think it's easy for him to make certain comments and stay away, because at the end of the day, if Simon Jordan come up to you and say, don't say that, then we don't have no strength in the media.
And you see it as well when Dylan went to do the press conference with him. In Jamaica, I feel like he's in control of the media. In Jamaica, the media, no disrespect to the media here, but it's just some regular questions that just everybody knows. It's like you just, as I say, I don't want to use the word frightened because a whole lot of them are rate, but it's like warm to the pressing issues. When we know, so where we Presser Dylan and me, Dylan and Presser, we'll put some question together because we say, hey man, we want to forget this all the time, because it's a press conference. Brother, if you have a press conference as a journalist, there for friend up a coach, brother. There for really ask the man some simple questions. You want to press the situation. I will ask the man about Mario things. And notice when man fling him and say, man, like the man I say, brother, I don't want to talk about the man. The man fling him in the ear, brother. Yeah. And him get no other type of reaction from none other journalist. Why? When Arteta do a press conference, brother, him not fling him on, but almost every question where a journalist ask him, it's like the man said, what freak they ask me this for, brother? You see? Like it piss him off. Questions piss off coaches, and that is what journalists are here to do. You ask the coach, you ask people, ask anybody the burning questions. See? Now you think of it like sales. If you say you have the journalism, right? And you go to, or anything like editors where for Glean or anything like that, you have quotas to hit. And in sales, that is a number. In journalism or maybe editing, that is a big story. And if no big story in the day, you better find a way to make a big story. And if you're in a room with someone that has a name, you are going to pose questions and try to get things from a different angle so you can get your big story. And we just think the media in Jamaica don't understand that the media in Jamaica, no disrespect, it's a meat riding culture. You just, we just cruise, just asking some question and just put it
out. Spanglers and just.
And to add to that as well, yeah, I agree. A lot of I was about to ask, are there any like top journalists in Jamaica that works for Glean or like that break news? You don't have to be about football or sports in general, I mean, I guess you have respectable journalists in the country, they made it. But I think a lot of the times in Jamaica, you have folks who are privy to information, but they talk about it after the fact whenever the right person bring out that information. So them leave it to be until and then after them talk about it. But let me tell you this, people. Let me tell you this. Dicanio and I, we've always expressed, right? And we can tell this now, people. You see, once you have information about anything, just send it to it and we'll break it, people. Because
once we can prove say true, we'll break it. When they're on the gatekeeping thing.
Because even the Mikel Antonio thing, people remember me and people are saying, yo, yeah, destroy Jamaica football. I have no authority or no responsibility for Jamaica football as a YouTuber. What I say should not harm or hurt any player or even the Jamaica Football Federation. The only thing I can say that can harm the federation is unless it's something that is untrue within the lines of like corruption or painting them in that light, which I will never do, because I have the money to pay them people if they're supposed to sue me. So I say, when it comes to information, when I drop the Mikel Antonio, man, I say, yo, you chat too much, yo, people are football, this, I'm not saying I would like to become an aspiring journalist, but if this take me into that path, then so be it, we go with it and try to improve. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But that's how I'm officer surrounding the situation and pretend to be the coach, the officer, our former Reggae Boyz coach. Stop calling them on a coach, because this is my country still. But the former Reggae Boyz coach, it But what Hallgrímsson is saying in the video, it is untrue. You know the situation surrounding Greenwood and whatever the case is. And You know, personally, people, as Dylan say, he grew around like predominantly women, etc., etc. Majority of his life is mom, and me can tell people if a man, me never see my father put him on for my mother, and if me did ever see that, mother probably have a different outlook on him as a person or individual. Like get me, I say, and I don't think if you put your hand on a woman, there can be any second chance regarding that. You just have some things in life where you don't have a second chance. You know, like if me squander money, brother, or if me lose my job because marriage work late, etc., etc. There are second chances for that. Like we can learn and improve and get a next job and try to become better, reaching to work early, etc., etc. But once a man put them hand on a woman, brother, when did he put him hand on the lady recently, bad man? There's no coming back from that, brother. Did he not supposed to have no career? Any millions you have, you're going to live your life till you're dead with them millions, there, brother. But you're not supposed to be on no public platform with no second chance at life, brother. Once you put your hand on a woman, they're the most vulnerable beings on earth that should be protected by men. So the mere fact say, if a woman touch me, now, brother, I lick her back, you know. Me can't tell that, you know. I publicly say that. If a woman,
So you said all of that while ago. You said all of that while ago. Just
no, hold on, man. No, man. What me mean is, if a woman physically assaults me, I am going to defend myself. It is simple as that. You get me? I say,
Defend yourself and lick her back is two different things, Presso.
what do you mean?
Restrain her.
No, man, brother. No, man. If a man link me out the road, me not restrain the man. If I go out in the public and a woman puts their hand on me for no specific reason and they're coming after me aggressively in a physical manner, I am going to defend myself. You get me? I say, let me ask you a question. If a woman have a knife, let me ask you a question now. If a woman have a knife and stab after me, should I restrain her?
No, Presso, you say if a woman slap you, you're going to slap her back, Presso. That's exactly what you say. You live in America.
just tell him say you never mean it literally, figuratively, person.
Figurative how? Tell me what the
And just as,
Bro.
for example, if you slap for slap, meaning say if somebody try to stab off you, you have to stab back off
Let
them.
me give you
Never
that
mean physically stab.
Let me give you a story before me end the show. Remember me in high school, right? I'm stand up at the like you have the girls' bathroom and the boys' bathroom beside each other. I'm stand up outside now and some girl in the bathroom. I'm have a big argument in brother. You get me? I say, brother, I don't know what this argument is about. I stand up outside, right? I'm just then in my own world and this girl come out, dog, and the girl just start put some thump on me, brother. I mean, the girl just started thump me. This girl is having an argument in the bathroom with her female counterparts. The girl walks out of the bathroom, people. She started thump me. I mean, people like more than one thump, 2, 3, 4. People have to defend myself. There's no way we could have restrain in that moment. You see me? And the man them did suspend because them say, I shouldn't lick her back. But may I say, vice principal, me no know nothing about this argument with them people have. And the girl just started put lick on me. And the man suspend me, brother. So me never could have me defend myself, you know. And them suspend me, but I just say I go still. You see me?
No, Presso.
So say you pay your dues.
Jurassic call the
You pay your
police.
dues. That means that you should have on YouTube then, brother. You should have work.
No, man, I was defending myself. Someone was physically assaulting me, and I could potentially had press charges in that moment. You get me? I say because it's physically assault. There's no law that states if a woman physically assault.
You were
they can't press
charged and
charges.
suspended. The verdict was that you were guilty.
Get
You were
out.
charged and you did time.
No,
go.
the system are fight against man now. But them fight against me.
Time, dog.
The vice principal,
go.
fight against me. He fight against me in the fact that man, I defend myself, brother. You can't have somebody who are physical assault, man, defend myself, I'm suspended for that. No, brother. You see me? You can't do that. Jurassic call the police will always be around. That is true, especially in America. You get me? I say.
That's what I'm saying, Presso. Do not lick nobody back in America, Presso.
Sean said that, and me if I go, I pull up your comment, but me if I go respond to you because this just really make no sense right now.
Yeah, Sean. No, bro. I'm almost sure Sean Sutherland is a pastor. Sean, confirm for me there, Sean. Please.
No, but big man thing, brother. People might tell you, the girl physically assaulted me. I had nothing to do with the initial argument that she was having, and I defended myself. You know the way and
I defended myself.
what's up with the U20 squad? Stop talking about Greenwood now. Old news. Listen, respectfully.
This news is not old. Like you know, say news. Bring about the article.
Oh yeah, and the clip of the play is new as well. You get me? I say?
Yeah, bro. Everything what we are talking about new tycoon.
Fresh.
You know.
Fresh news.
But yeah, but big up yourself still.
To the odds.
Good for you over here. People, may I have a quick advertisement. And people, just do me a favor and smash up the like button. Now, this is an interesting advertisement. I don't know how many of you guys might be interested, but may I have to big up my brother Panda one here. And what I call him, people, but me don't know him. Them probably they're on the house, but still. So this is New York Trading Club. I don't know if majority of you guys are living in America at this moment in time. But people, if you do day trading surrounding like futures and forex or whatever the case is, just drop a comment in the comment section. Yes, if you do, no, if you don't, if you're interested, you can leave a comment as well. So this is New York Trading Club, website or business that my brother owns. So basically, he teaches trading, right? Predominantly trades futures, which includes the S&P 500, Russell, gold, etc., and you trade them in the forms of a mini contract as well as a micro. Micro meaning, it's, well, I don't even know if we get into that right now, but this is the website, people. So you have different plans that you can sign up for, and essentially he has classes from Monday to Wednesday that teaches trading. Also, he recently developed a tool that it finds different zones for you guys. So it does the analysis, etc. It draws the zone, and you guys just place the trade. And yeah, and listen, people, in trading, it is something that you have to practice. You have to develop patience, risk versus reward. You're not going to always make money all the time. That's why you know what you're risking. In terms of if you lose the $200, you're comfortable. You get me? I say I used to do trading a couple years ago. I don't do it anymore. I'm trying to get back into it. But I went through the phase of losing money, right? Never blow account before, but me lose money, people, and it take me a while. Take me a couple good months to kind of start hit profit the realest way. You get me? I say. So if you want to sign up for it, people, the name of the website is New York Trading Club. I will drop the link in the comment section so you guys can go on it and take a look. And as I said, people, if you're interested in trading or if you already trade, you guys can feel free to go on the website and just look around, and then you can sign up as well. Since we do YouTube, people, if there's a discount code, or we can ask him for a discount code, we can ask him and get you guys a discount. Sean said and say he's from New York, but yeah, people, that's basically the advertisement. So yeah, this is the website, Yeah, and plus my brother has been trading for over 10 years now, so over a decade, and yeah, that's basically it surrounding that
I
advertisement.
could play about the clips for any, because you have some people just have come, them never get the clips.
Yeah.
Just one time though, and I will loop it.
The man style Jamaica. And we say fear and fearless analysis. The man this Jamaica because him a one big tall white man come from Iceland. And say my dentist and all of them something. Who don't feel him on the style way. The man style Jamaica. Wicked him style Jamaica too. This day him deal with Jamaica. She don't know. Ramp them around with my World Cup qualification, All of them. From the JFF to the coach who come here. Yeah, you can say the JFF shouldn't hire him. Because him turned out to be a punk who was not committed to doing what he committed.
I know you're aware of some of the criticism regarding your comments regarding Mason Greenwood in the past when you were Jamaica head coach. Would you like to clarify those comments?
No, it's just in the context of all things. So I remember when it came, both the president of the federation and the general secretary of the federation said he would be welcome to play for Jamaica. That's the federation decision. So obviously the coach was asked. And I try to be political and say that all coaches would like to have talents like he has, etc. So try to kind of avoid it without saying nothing.
But you can understand why the criticism has come your way.
Yeah, really, I don't know much about what happened, but I don't approve with any abuse or his actions. So I didn't go into depth, and I never needed to kind of decide if he would be selected or not. But it was just in the context of what was happening, I needed to react.
Yeah, people, and once again, I could give you guys the outro.
Yeah.